Welcome, students. This is a quick review on wind, waves, and glaciers. So what we have here would be called glacial striations. These are these small scratches or grooves that you see in this rock. There are a few different scenarios this might have happened at the base of the glacier. This might have been connected to the bedrock or been part of the bedrock, and then later fell off the bedrock and we're able to hold it as we are shown in the video. Or this could have been a cobble that was being rolled along the base of the glacier and interacted with other pieces of sediment over time. So whether, again, it was connected to solid bedrock or part of the bedrock, or whether it was a piece of sediment experiencing abrasion at the base of the glacier, the same principles apply. We have a groove or a scratch mark, actually a number of them, that are generally all oriented the same way on this sample. On this big cobble is what we're looking at. And you can see it's not just unique to one side, it's all over this. So most likely this was a cobble that was being rolled along and not just a single little outcrop or knob of exposed bedrock. What's cool about this is it'll let you know that if you could imagine this being stuck where my hand would be the ice, and this would be stuck at the base of the ice, kind of imagine kind of squished into the ice in that scenario. So that my hand here would represent the bottom of the glacier. And right here, this section of the sample was being scratched as this was being ground against the solid crust, the solid bedrock beneath the glacier. And that's what these scratch marks we call striations are all about. They're excellent indicators that this rock has experienced extreme abrasion, and the best scenario, or most likely one that occurred in this case, would be at the base of the glacier, sediments interacting with bedrock or sediments interacting with one another to create what we call, again, these glacial striations. You can get these not just in small samples, but an entire outcrop of bedrock, tens of feet or meters across, you can get these. Next up, we have a ventifact. This would be wind-blown weathering and erosion, basically, where it's a little hard to see. So I have a white piece of paper here to help. But you can see how this sample has almost like a pitting surface going on, where you can imagine small particles of sand hitting this sample over and over again. Try to zoom in on it to show you. And this would be a good example of sediments abrading this surface, sand particles basically sandblasting this rock we would later on call a ventifact. It's not specific to any one rock type, just a resistant bit of rock that experienced abrasion via wind-blown sediments. So I hope this video is helpful. Just to quickly sum up, here's a great example of glacial striations. And here's a great example of what we'd call a ventifact via wind-blown sediments or wind-blown weathering and erosion. Hope that this video is helpful, and take care.